Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, October 24th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. Big picture, buy signal, long-term buy signal. 6 weeks ago when we closed above the 363.48 channel top, indicating 528.72 as a longer-term objective. We're calling that 5 to 8 months. If you're kind of a near-term investor, Tesla is a good buy at 363.48, because above which 572.72 remains our big picture long-term objective. And inside that, we've got more of a midterm two-sided framework with the ceiling of resistance at 480.26 and your floor of support still in the 360. So if you're kind of a 1 to 2 month swing trader, if you will, you're selling the 470s, 480s, 476.56 to 480.26. Daily chart has 476.56. This is a zone of resistance that is sellable through November, and once tested, we can fall back to channel support that is presently in the 360s, 370s. In fact, we have that properly labeled here at 367.70. So I know we're all over the place here with the charts. Let me jump back to this. Is 480.26 likely to be retested? This is a question. That weekly chart with the outside week right now, holding now above last week's high, the answer to that looks to be yes, quite possibly, but really it is 454.37 is our upward pivot point. So that is a sellable resistance area. You also have this more horizontal structure at 450.89. It is the 450.89 area to 454.37 region that is sellable resistance for the day, and yes, for the next 3 to 5 days. In fact, presently pumped volatility 3 to 5 days back to 412.44. 412.44 can contain weekly selling pressures. And here we're kind of in our 2 to 3 week time frame working our way in. 412.44, as I've mentioned, is a level, this structure, able to contain weekly selling pressures. We almost tested it on Thursday. And yes, once tested, I've been mentioning how the 480s in reach within 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm breaking this down into different time frames. Holding below the 480s will allow, I'll use that word very deliberately, not expected, but allowed, attainable, the 367.70 rising channel bottom. It becomes expected if we close below 412.44. So if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you can buy 412.44 in anticipation of possible upward rotation back to 480.26. If we close below 412.44, I go from allowing 367.70 to expecting 367.70 as a 1 to 2 week target, where we actually could bottom out really through the rest of the year, because above the 360s, as I say, we're expecting the 520s as our ultimate longer-term objective. Let's continue with the upside here today. And I do want to mention once again that we've got the low to mid 450s, 450.89 to 454.37. Able to contain daily highs, possibly into later next week. This is not only a daily resistance, but we could top out here 3 to 5 days back to 412.44. So it is a 3 to 5 day swing trade pivot point. Below 450.89, 412.44 in reach by the end of next week. And if we close today above 454.37, this 476.56 rising channel top likely within 3 to 5 days. And that is part of a range up to 480.26 that may well contain buying through all of November. If over the next week or two we do happen to close above 480.26, our long-term target at 525.72 likely within 2 to 3 weeks, where we could actually top out through the first quarter of 26, even into later 26. So I know I shift around a lot with the different time horizons. You know, obviously day traders can make use of the low to mid 450s, as can 3 to 5 day swing traders. Closing above 54.37, 3 to 5 day buy signal of 476.56. Holding below 450.89, 3 to 5 day likelihood of testing 412.44. At 412.44, we enter the 2 to 3 week time frame, where we could round up to 476.56. This after nearly testing it actually on Thursday. But I don't expect 476.56 unless we can close today above 454.37. Downside 412.44. If we happen to close below it, sorry about that. over the next, few days, over the next week or so. Then we pivot aggressively south to 367.70 within a week or two. And this represents long-term support able to contain selling through the first quarter of 26. And once tested or above which, 525.72 remains our long-term target.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
So I hope this all made sense. If you're a day trader, you can definitely trade this 450.89 to 454.37 area. If we close above it, 3 to 5 day swing traders go long into the mid 470s and climbing by the end of next week. Until then, 3 to 5 day swing traders can play the short side right now back to 412.44. If I say it enough, I think it winds up registering, but I understand if it can be a little bit all over the place. The markets trade in different time frames. You've got, short-term, near-term, mid-term, and long-term. Short-term is essentially, day trading, 3 to 5 day swing trading. Near term for me is 2 to 3 weeks out. Midterm is more like the 1 to 2 month time frame, and long term is 2 to 3 months, outside of 2 to 3 months. And this is really what the long term outlook still looks like. Aggressively buying the 360s if given the opportunity, anticipating the 520s. You will get the opportunity to buy the 360s, in my opinion, if over the next week or two we happen to close below this meaningful rising channel top at 412.44. Until then, like Thursday, it can contain selling on a weekly basis and even into November trade. From here, we can round up again into the 470s, 480s. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. On Thursday, we put out a stock pick on Estee Lauder. On Tuesday, it was Beam. BEAM. I forgot the actual full name of the company, but you can see both of them for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. I will be back Sunday with Monday's Tesla report. You have a great weekend.